So there's something in this box that is going to really help the setup of this office. So I have splashed out a little bit. It's going to cost me, so the channel's going to need to pay for it. So as always, like, subscribe, channel members, Patreon, all the rest of it. We're going to have a look in this box and see what it is, and hopefully this is going to progress me forward with all the issues I've had now. And this is a bit of a long-term dream of mine to get this. I'm very excited, and there's been a lot of stopping and starting with this. It's not been a smooth ride. I ordered this on Thursday. It's Saturday. It's here, and it was here yesterday, but it was not easy. So we'll go into that. We'll open the box. We'll see what's there, and we'll start to get this all set up. Let's get this box open. So this is quite an extravagant purchase, but it's one that's been on the cards for me since 2010. I actually went back through my old emails, and right at the beginning of starting my first email account that I've still got, I saw that there was a failed transaction for an iMac. So that was 2010. After going and seeing my friend, Lawrence, if he's watching, and he had this thing on his desk. The whole computer was in the screen. I'd never seen anything like it. So that's where the iMac started, and I did nearly buy one then. 3 failed credit card transactions back then. And then when it actually was okay to go through, it had been a week and I bottled it. On and off, I've been threatening to get one. So for me, I've been running the channel with a computer that my friend gave me, and the camera that was bought for us when we one Christmas for me and Kate, to take proper photos, I think in 2014. So DSLR. So, and I noticed it had a video option, and since 2017, that's what I've been using. I've since switched to using my iPhone, and I've got an iPhone 16 now, so it's very, very good quality. And basically, since moving over to the iPhone, the PC just was very difficult finding them to talk to each other, and I was using iMovie on the phone, and I just thought, this is getting silly. So there we are. After struggling through a number of videos and not being able to actually edit them, and with the juices flowing, as I've said, very much up for running the channel, I thought, right, well, it's time to get going. So very happy I've switched over it. I say a bit later in this video that it doesn't look very sharp. Now, it seems I've understood something, that I'm pretty sure the screen is designed to really show 4K. So if you're looking at something full screen on the iMac in 1080, that's in 1080, it doesn't show as sharp as it would do. So I'm assured that once it's up on YouTube and you guys watch it, it's the same quality that you'd think it would be. And I've had to scale the screen back down to check the quality, and sure enough, when I scale it down to what's meant to be 1080p, it's as sharp as I expect it to be. So that's an interesting thing as well. I've only ever used a monitor that went up to 1080p, and I've got a feeling that this iMac goes quite some way up past that as well. So I'll start dabbling in 4K if I can manage the file sizes. And as I'm coming to you from the future as well, my great idea of using 2 HDD drives, if you know anything about computers, well, I can't save anything on them because they're formatted to Windows and they've got my files on them. And I've been trying to format one to Mac and it doesn't seem to do it. So there we are. I'll probably just go and get an SSD, to be honest, and then use that as an external drive, but that's later down the road. All in all, very excited about it. I'm recording this after having a day on it, after editing 3 videos. The one you're watching now is edited in this evening that I'm talking about. So fantastic. It really brings it all to a close for me. The one downside is this was at my front door at 9:40 on Friday morning, and there was a photo to prove it. Unfortunately, my partner who was here missed it she can't do everything. That's fine. I can't hold that against her. But it wasn't going to be then delivered until Monday. Then we'd have to take a day off. La 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 la. It was back at the depot by lunchtime. The depot was an hour and a half away from where I was. Yes, I drove to the depot, an hour and a half there, and an hour back to my house. But I had the iMac on board, so that was good. Not quite what I hoped for. And then I've had a right kerfuffle trying to set up the desk that I've put it on, because I don't know how to drill into walls, it seems. And when I do, I use screws that are far too big for what I'm trying to do. But nevertheless, this has been a day of learning. So there we are. We're going to switch back in now to me talking to you in front of the iMac. Just know that I'm very happy, but I paid a price to get here. Right, so here we are. It's all set up. Quite a lot of setting up to do there, actually, but it is all done. Now, what's fantastic from my point of view is now I'm basically filming on my iPhone now, and I've had trouble. I was using an old Windows PC, and I've just done a video. So really what started all this is a video, as you'll know, I've just told you in the sort of overview that I've been after one of these for a very long time. So the video that should have gone up last week, I tried to edit, and I sat in the video and said how I've worked through all these problems that I was having with the computer and incompatibility. Well, I could edit the video, it just wouldn't export. It would export other videos, and I thought, and I'd been limping through for a long time now, sort of doing compromises to make the iPhone work on this, and I just thought, right, okay, now I haven't invested anything in the channel, so this is what I wanted to get, and this is no messing about. Now, I'm not a tech head or anything like that, and I do know you can get a better setup than this by using, if you want to go Apple, you can use the sort of Mac Mini, and you can get your own screen and get your keyboard and mouse that you don't overpay for, which is almost like £150 each or whatever they are. It's pretty ridiculous. What I wanted was the package. When we go forward, you know, if you need more power, I'm sure there's other ways to do it, and if you need a massive screen, but this for me is the sort of culmination of finally getting an iMac. I've got to a point where I can get one. Like I said, channel needs to pay for it now over the next 12 months, but there we are. It's here. I'm very happy, and already the Corsair video, that one that I showed, I couldn't get that to work. Couldn't even see the thumbnails. I was working through the computer, and I just had like blank image files, so I had to double click on it to get it to play. Oh, you just can't do it like that. So let's just have a quick look through. This is what, ironically, there isn't any iPhone footage on this, but we'll load this one in. This is straight off of my hard drive. So I've got a couple of for those who want to know, here, just out of shot, I've got a couple of Toshiba 1TB hard drives, and they're HDDs. This has got a 256GB SSD, so I didn't upgrade it. I did go for the slightly more powerful, I can't remember what it was, memory. So this is, anyway, whatever it is 10 gigabytes with the M4 processor and 250GB SSD storage. So really what I can do is dump all of my footage onto the two 1TB. So if you're not into this won't last long, so don't worry. I can dump all of my footage onto the hard drives, and then when I need it, I can drag it over to the iMac. Once it's there, it will process it a lot faster. So this was really slow and sort of sticky until it's now downloaded it, it's imported it, and you should see now, and it should be pretty clear. Some of this might be my iPhone. I don't know. Difficult to say. I was starting to use it as I was making this video. So this is what I'm going to go through and edit now. And you can see, I mean, the editor I was using couldn't show the image. I don't know how I got as far as I did, to be honest. I really like making videos. That's what I've learned here. I really have liked making videos. So the fact that now it's easier, it should be all the better. So this is already edited. What I do is I Hang on, how do we get out of this and learn all about I'm a Windows man? Hang on. There. Bear with me. So this might be quite interesting for you guys to see behind the scenes. So what I usually do is dump in all my like bits of footage, and they'd come all the way along here, like this, and there would be previews of each one. But because this is already edited, all I've got there is basically screenshots all the way through. So usually you merge all them together, you create the video edited, snap down, and then I then go to an audio track, which I don't know, I imagine I can do it using the microphone, but I usually use my phone, and then I talk over the video, and that's what you hear. Then I add in any of the music, and we go from there. So that's all now on the system, and I imagine this quality will upgrade once it's rendered, because this is 1080, but usually it shows like this until it actually gets edited, or it did on the last one, so we'll see. Maybe it's not as clear as I hoped, but that's why I'm using the iPhone now, because this can actually film 4K as well. So there we are. So this is a scale modelling video, scale modelling channel we're talking about, and if by any chance you've stumbled across this because of the iMac, well, I make scale models, so feel free to subscribe if you like the idea of that. But I'm going to go through and get some of these videos edited now, get them uploaded to YouTube so you can see them. So thanks for watching, and a quick reminder, do feel free to support me if you're in a position and you'd like to. It would be very welcome to pay off a certain item that I bought. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.